Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Manuka and this is a corporate hustle segment. If you are new here, please do subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted when I upload a video. If you're a returning subscriber, where you been, how you been? Thank you so much everyone for joining. Our episode today is about career stagnation. I have coached a number of individuals who described a lot of symptoms that are potentially relating to stagnation, but they do not realize or identify that at the time. So what is stagnation? What is stagnation or career stagnation? It is a period in time. It can last for varying degrees of time, but it is a point in time where an individual feels stuck in their career. They do not feel like they are moving forward, potentially not even moving backwards. It literally feels like you are stuck, maybe even like a quicksand situation, but there is no progression or perceived progression. So let me describe some of the signs that may indicate that you are stagnant but do not realize it. Number one, you are bored out of your mind. Perpetually so. Your tasks do not excite you, you're not enjoying your role, and perhaps previously you were. So number one is boredom. Number two, this is the most relatable one for me. You think about quitting your job often. You don't necessarily have a plan in terms of what you will do going forward, but you get to a point where you are consistently thinking, as long as I'm not in this career or as long as I'm not in this environment. So that is where I was a few years ago, I think 2018, and I lived, breathed, slept wanting to be resigned. I didn't know whether I would be unemployed, but I wanted out. Number three, just a disclaimer that this is pre the COVID environment, but if your salary and your position, your responsibilities have not changed in around 4 years, this could be another indicator. Number four, your performance. You are in a position where your performance is not standing out. I had to look for a politically correct way to say that. But you are not seen to be excellent or above your peers or anything like that. Perhaps you're in a period where you are rated the average or the median and have been for quite some time. So that could be another indicator of stagnation, because when the opportunities come, more often than not, they are likely to favor those that have great performance reviews. Number five, you are not learning, you are not challenged. Everything is easy, everything is boring, but you are not challenged, you're not feeling like you're using your mind on a day-to-day basis. Number six, your future is quite unclear. You don't have a mapped out career path or plan within the environment that you're currently operating in. The people that were hired after you have now been promoted above you. So this is a scenario that has been described a number of times, where individuals say that they train people and ultimately those individuals end up being in higher titles and positions to them, or they even end up reporting to those individuals. You feel defeated or angry for no reason. That is not healthy for you, not a healthy position to be in. And lastly, you feel excluded from opportunities, meetings, things that you ordinarily were invited to that now seemingly have been closed off to you. Those are the major signs of career stagnation, so you might identify a few that you can relate to. What then are some of the causes? Number one, an environment that has limited growth opportunities. If we're in the Olympics, we know that there are only 3 spots, and we can all be on our Usain or whatever, but at the end of the day, only 3 people will be standing up on that podium. So if you are ranked world's number 500,000, and you're doing the 100s and 200s against Usain Bolt, limited opportunities. So who are you? Are you Usain? Are you Johan Blake? Are you Shelly Ann Fraser Price? So really understand that we're not all gonna get to stand on the podium, and therefore it's important to understand which space you are navigating and operating. Number 2, okay, firstly, I just want to give myself a tap on the shoulder. I'm not a sporty person. The fact that I was able to put that example together without preparation, shoo, blows my mind. Number 2, an environment with a high turnover. So if you work somewhere and you are regularly seeing people leaving that environment, it can ultimately cause a position where you are questioning, why are you still there? So if 100 people have left, what do they know that you don't? Number 3, a freeze in increases, freeze in promotions, a freeze in opportunities ultimately may cause individuals to get to that position where they are not moving. And lastly, the opportunities to learn are few and far between. So if you are someone who enjoys being challenged, and the challenges kind of dry up, or you're doing mundane, repetitive work, you are more likely to end up in this position. So it's not all doom and gloom. If you found yourself in the position, how then can you start to work on remedying this position to get you back to where you were, or perhaps a different place? You may not always return to the same place, the same energy, but you can do something to help yourself. So number 1 is re-looking at your goals. Goal setting is extremely important, and I think sometimes people undermine really how important it is in your life. If you don't know where you are going, how are you going to get there? So take out your goals whenever was the last time you did goals, and reassess what you want those to look like in the short term, medium term, and long term. Number 2, learn some new skills, find some new resources. This will help you, especially in the instance where you may have to start looking for other opportunities. It can't hurt for your skills, your CV to be as polished as it absolutely can be. Number 3, volunteer for new challenges. Personally, I like or I enjoy leading a life of service, and you will hear me say this a lot in weeks to come. I enjoy helping others, so volunteer for things that you will be helping other people, and that also allows you not to be focused on yourself all the time. So you're investing the energy to improve the situation, but you're also not allowing yourself, limitless time to wallow and woe is me and welcome to my latest pity party. You are really saying, what are the new projects that I can put my hand up for? Where are all the people that I mentor? Let me catch up with those people, imparting knowledge to other people. For me, 10 times out of 10, I leave those situations also feeling uplifted, also feeling renewed. So when one teaches, 2 people learn. So please, 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 new opportunities, giving back to others. Next up is your network and relationships. Dust off your old address book, find all the people who have been a pivotal part of your career, and make time to catch up with them. You may find that they will be able to give you guidance specifically in that environment in terms of how to get you out of that. And then also, if you are then ultimately looking for new opportunities, whether in that organization or outside, the relationships and networks that you have are crucial. You do not want to be the person who calls the day you are looking for a job. Hi, I know we haven't spoken in 3 years, but I just wanted to tell you I'm on the market. So work continuously on those relationship and networks. And then lastly, this is also an amazing one for me, your side hustles. Spend a little bit more time on those. So most people's side hustles are things that they are passionate about, and there's the reason you do it. So if you're balancing out the not so exciting work with the stuff that really moves you, really impacts you, and whatever you think your purpose is on this planet, spend more time doing that. Ultimately, how will you know if you should change environments or you should start looking for a new job, a new opportunity or role? Set yourself a timeline for how long you want to invest time into resolving this situation, whether that is 3 months, 6 months, a year or more. Only you know in your current environment. And during that time, you are implementing all of the things that we've spoken about. You're ticking off your goals. You are putting yourself into action, and you are kicking, all the things that you want to do. And ultimately, if you then reflect and say, I have tried all this and I've tried it for sufficient timing, then you should then be ready to start looking for new opportunities. And because you've done all the work, you also have great networks and relationships to start the process, as well as some skills that you have just learned. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Please let me know if you relate. Please let me know if you have specific questions on how to navigate this situation. Welcome to comment below or in any of my direct message platforms. Thank you so much for joining. Until next time, I want to remind each and every one of you that you are a corporate hustler. You've got this. Thank you so much. Bye.